Windows 10 comes with its own virus protection called Windows Defender. It's an excellent tool, but you need to make sure it's switched on, up to date and working. The easiest way to access Defender is to click on the Start menu tool at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. When the menu tab opens, you'll see a column of icons on the left-hand side. You can click the 3-bar icon at the top to expand it like this. You need the Settings icon towards the bottom. Click it and you open the Settings menu here. You'll get 9 options, from System Tools through to Update and Security. You could type Defender in the search tool here, but it's just as easy to click on Update and Security, which opens up the full secondary menu here. Windows Defender is the second menu on the list, but before you click that, it's important that you check to make sure you've got the latest Windows updates. You can click the button Check for Updates, but here the text tells me that I've got all the current updates installed. Having checked this, I now click on the Windows Defender link and the tool opens here. First, I want to make sure that real-time protection is switched on. It usually is by default, but it's wise to check. The next 2 slider buttons are for cloud-based protection and sample submission. I'll switch these off until I've scanned my computer for threats. Defender also gives you the option to exclude name files from the scan. Unless you have a good reason to do this, don't add any exclusions. They provide a way in for viruses, and you don't want to leave a hole in your protective screen. I like Windows Enhanced Notifications tool, so I leave that switched on. And finally, Defender gives you a way of scanning your computer for threats when you're offline. This is very useful if you've got a browser hijack or a threat that compromises your internet connection. And finally, Defender tells you about itself. This can be very useful for technicians if you need to get extra help. Now, let's go back to the top of the menu and open Defender by clicking this button here. If this is the first time you've opened Defender, it'll show you a welcome screen telling you what's new in Defender. It's really just another check to make sure you're sending threat samples to Windows, and we've turned this off for now. The Defender menu itself should open up with a reassuring green bar at the top with the message PC status protected and a great big green tick in the indicator. However, if you get a red bar like this with a big red cross in the indicator, you simply need to turn Defender on by clicking the big red button here. Once Defender's turned on, the next thing to do is to check that all your virus definitions are up to date. Defender tells me that mine are, but it's worth checking by pressing the Update Definitions box here. Having updated your definitions, the final setup task is to give your computer a thorough scan. I click Full on Scan Options, then Scan Now. A full scan can take more than an hour, so I tend to do this before I go to bed, leaving it to scan overnight. Once completed, Defender will tell me if any threats have been detected. Now, it's worth doing this with the History tab, because that will show you any threats that may already have been quarantined. And I got quite a surprise making this video. Defender showed me that it had already quarantined a fairly severe threat. Somehow I'd picked up a Trojan, but Defender had quarantined it for me and I hadn't noticed. Now, I didn't want that software bundler either, so I simply clicked Remove All, and Defender destroyed all the unwanted threats. Finally, I want to switch back on the automatic threat submissions. Anything that helps Windows defeat malware is a good idea. Defender is a great tool, and because it's designed to fit with Windows 10, it doesn't slow your computer as much as other antivirus tools can. Besides, why pay for antivirus software when Windows gives you a great one for free? We recommend you use it. eTop Technology. We're here to help. If you like these videos, please visit our channel for more helpful how-tos and subscribe.